Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Welcome to my first video. This is Rooster from Rooster Coop Artworks. This is Season 1, Episode 1. Art has always been part of my life, and to let you know a little bit about me as an artist, I will be 50 this year, but I started selling my artwork when I was 8 years old. This here is just a quick airbrushing of a cartoon. You'll see the clip from a friend who drew the original one way back in '87. So don't judge my airbrush skills on this. This is just a cartoon version of a coloring pencil drawing that a friend did back in. I'll also explain what airbrush guns and stuff I'm using, so you'll know that this is not by any means I didn't want to be like the rest of the kids carrying garden rakes and pushing lawnmowers around the neighborhood trying to make money. So I loaded a bunch of paint into a little wagon and went and painted my first storefront window when I was 10 years old, and still to this day I still airbrush storefront windows, but these days it's got a lot more high tech. I do airbrush storefront windows. Please excuse the chickens. They're as excited about this first video as I am. He seconds that notion. The whole thing is art has been a part of my life ever since I was a little kid. Unfortunately, I had a stepdad that wanted me to be an architect and would get really furious if he saw me doing landscapes and acrylics or oils. He was basically what you would describe a alcoholic stepfather as being, and so it was really a hard time for me to get things done when he was sober enough to be awake. Oil paintings came later, but acrylics, I could afford that with what little money I was making, and converting my sales money into more material to do more art. It was my great escape from what was going on in our household. So it was like I dreamed of a place I'd rather be, and that's where I would go. Now, I'm not trying to make this all sad, boo-hoo, thing like that. Like I said, I'm going to be 50 this year, and I am a father of a 12-year-old, and I'm definitely giving him the lifestyle I wished I had. And so it's great. In fact, today is my wife and I's marriage anniversary. We've been together for 16 years, and I think 13 on paper as being married. So it's turned out all right considering everything. But anyway, it was when my grandmother found out she was an artist, and she came to visit in a big old RV, and she saw my acrylics, and she's the one that introduced me into oil paintings. But I couldn't really afford them, but when I got the money, I got oils because I just fell in love with it. I wasn't under the time restraint of how fast acrylics dry. To each his own, but I found that I like to go faster, so you would think acrylics drying faster would be my forte, but No, I don't. I don't know how to explain it, but I can get more colors and vibrant colors and variety of colors out of oils than I can from acrylics. But I do. I love doing oils and landscapes and oils. But I would have to say that I've done a lot of mediums over the years, and oddly enough, because I like to work fast and get quick results and stuff, is space painting. It's a form of art done with spray can, rattle can, and it is fast, it's quick, and it is a blast to do in front of a large crowd. If you're not sure what it is, look up on YouTube space paintings. I spent a lot of money trying to figure it out how to do it, and then finally I ordered some how-to DVDs from, I hope he doesn't get upset that I throw his name out there, but Brandon McConnell. I bought his DVDs, and next thing I know, I realized what I was doing wrong, and I tell you what, I ended up putting a booth out at a flea market, and every weekend I'd make bank. I mean, every painting I just sold as soon as I got done with it, because I'd have a crowd of people running around gathering their friends. Hey, you gotta come check this guy out. So I had crowds in front of me at all times because it was fast paced, energetic, and all that. But not always can do spray paints, because you got to be outdoors, and some days it's too windy, some days it's raining. So oil paintings is my go-to as far as being indoor. I can do it anytime. I would say I love getting out and airbrushing storefront windows, because I meet the public, I meet the crowd, and I also drum up business for graphite portraits, oil paintings. Say somebody's got an old shed out on their barn, it means a lot to them. They'll bring me the picture, and I'll do a painting of it. I love meeting the public, but I also I'm kind of an introvert. I want to be away from everybody. I don't want to be around people, but I go to a gallery opening because I love posting my artwork in the galleries, wine tasting venues and stuff like that. I just kind of stick to myself. I don't really let anybody know I'm an artist, and I'll sit back and I'll take the professional criticism and the insults. Some people can be downright rude, and I take the good comments and constructive criticism. Like I said before, I'll take it all, and I don't take all of it to heart, but I do appreciate other people's opinions. I'm still going to basically do what I want. But yeah, as going through the years, I wanted to do more art. When I was kicked out when I was 14, that allowed me to, go ahead and do the art I wanted, because I'm on my own. When I was 14, I thought I was a grown folk anyway. But yeah, I learned real quick. I learned real quick. I was not the grown-up I thought I was. Still going to school and trying to survive. I was on the streets for a little while, and I learned I didn't want to be on the street, so I had to carry a job while going to school, and that's when I really started selling my acrylic paintings, landscapes, and stuff. Really started going forth with that. That was easier for me to make money than working on them peanut pickers, changing out them springs and stuff after school and sometimes before school. So like I said, I've used my art to survive several occasions through my life. Especially when I later on, I was doing through the mid 90s and stuff. I had moved up north and was getting into wine tasting gallery, just anything to do with gallery, because up north, it was in the Seattle area. It rains way too much, just way too much. You can't go outside and do anything. And I grew up in Georgia, I'm a Georgia, southern grown, always outside, always, active, to go up north and be shut indoors. It was like cabin fever, so I entered into a lot of galleries and stuff like that and started doing my windows, airbrushing storefront windows, which I had met up with the wrong woman, got married. It didn't last a year, and she took everything. Judge let her have the rest that she didn't take on her own. So I was lucky to have my air compressor and my airbrush guns, and that's how I survived living in a little bitty 1969, or no, it's 1968 little travel wagon that a little camper that you pull behind, bumper pull. 1 year older than I was, and back in the 60s they did not know how to make storage space, So when I say it was 12 foot, the first 3 feet was tugging a propane tank. So I'm living in this little 9-foot box by 6.5 foot wide for almost 2 years, trying to make the child support payments, and I was only paying like $100 a month to park that trailer out there on a horse ranch. And so I started painting pictures of the horses, in oils, and then the person that was renting me that spot on her ranch started getting some of her friends to look at my paintings, and then they wanted paintings of their horses, and that got me out of the slump, out of dealing with the divorce, feeling woe is me and all that. Art once again took me out of a bad spot and brought me whole again and gave me a sense of purpose and everything. And luckily I had the money to do some storefront windows, which gave me the money to get canvas. What I'm doing is take a bread tie, strip the ends off, and right behind the thing is a hole that needs to be cleared out. Get it all cleaned out. Because what I was doing, the way I was holding my gun, I had put my finger over it, and that kept the paint from running through. It's got to have that airflow for the paint to go. But these are just the cheap Harbor Freight $10. You get a big jar, a little jar, and this little thing. Because this is a cartoon, it doesn't have to be detailed and all that. But yeah, these are little Harbor Freight ones. Canvas, and I learned how to do canvas on my own, but it got me the money to do oil paintings and stuff, all the stuff that I couldn't normally afford. So then I was delivering pizzas. Was a big money maker, but when I wasn't doing that, I was able to.
Hello guys, this is MDH. Let's have fun here, and a proud sponsor of the Rooster Coop Artworks. And do you like watching gaming videos and vlogs? Then come on over to my channel and watch me. My channel again is MDH. Let's have fun, and I hope to see you there. Now let's get back to the Rooster Coop Artworks video.
And that was a quick message from my sponsor, MDH. Let's have fun. I already started on the blush tone. It's got a little bit of a green color to it, so I'm going to lay this as an underlay and then come back and do a actual skin pigment blush tone. These are cheap airbrush guns, and like I said, if I break out the Badger 150s, then I'm going for some detail. I've had some other $300 airbrush guns that got stolen, and I really didn't see how they were more beneficial to me than these $120 Badger 150s. Well, that's how much they were 12, 15 years ago. But yeah, I'm proud to have MDH Let's Have Fun as my sponsor. He's my cameraman. He's also the one that sits here and edits. So I I don't know. This is crazy. I didn't know how much went into it, so I owe him big time. Because this is a lot of work to edit and everything. And so this is the final step, is for me to explain who I am as an artist, where I learned this and that, and just to give something over the music to listen to. But you'll probably want to hear the music more than me. But anyway, this is my first video, my first season. I plan on going further and further with this, because honestly, word of mouth is great. But we just recently had, I'm back down in Georgia, I'm not back up north, but we just recently had Hurricane Michael hit us at a Cat 5, and this is March 14th. I hope I got it right, because it's our anniversary, my wedding anniversary. But yeah, I'm looking at, yeah. Oh, today's the 15th.
You got lucky.
I said the 14th. But yes, today is my anniversary. Michael hit us at a Cat 5 back in October 11th. And my wife has not had a paycheck since then. So, and my art is slowing down. So this has kind of pushed me. And like I said earlier, hard times and bad situations push me further into a better place. So maybe this is why God's got this going on. We're scrounging right now. Our car hasn't left the driveway in a while. It's been real tight on money because of the hurricane and stuff. And the only thing we've been doing is surviving basically off of family helping, and that's basically one person. And my artwork, I've only done so much, because a lot of people in this area have been really hurt by this Hurricane Michael. So basically, like I said, about bad spots in my life has only pushed me to go greater in my art world. So this here being, it might end up being a blessing, because I'm going social media. And I want to sell prints and stuff, so I'm looking at going to Etsy as far as getting my artwork put on mugs, towels, mouse pads, whatever, stuff that I can't do. I would like for somebody else to just take care of that labor. And people that are looking for that stuff will have a one-stop shop where they can get my artwork on these stuff and other people's artwork. There are some amazing people on there, but I'm looking forward to this, because being in a bad spot financially, this is just going to help push me in the right direction, and hopefully social media is the right way. This painting you'll see at the end, it's on eBay. I finished it up yesterday, so today I'm doing the voiceover. It's going to go up it went up on eBay last night, and it'll be there till the March 21st. It's a 3-foot by 3-foot airbrush version of a charcoal drawing that a friend of mine drew back in 1987. So look for it. It's a Legend of Zelda Link character. Just airbrush 36-inch by 36-inch. And it'll be there till the 21st of March, so look for that on eBay. And I'm also going to be doing my stuff, advertising it on, I'll be keeping everybody abreast by advertising what's on Etsy when I get it going, what's on eBay, what's on on YouTube, all through my Facebook channel, which is the Rooster Coop's artwork. And be sure to like and subscribe to this. And if you don't, go to Facebook and add Rooster Coop Artworks, and that way you'll get notified of new videos and stuff like that, and what new items are coming out and all that. This is all new and exciting to me, as far as social media goes. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to shut up for a while and let y'all enjoy the music. I'll let it dry a little bit. Then we'll be back for the masking. Okay, this particular piece is a drawing that a friend of mine had done way back when he was a teenager in 1987, and he had brought over his old, not so much a portfolio, but some drawings and stuff he had done way back then. And this particular one, I had suggested, hey, this really needs to be on a piece of canvas, and he doesn't normally do canvas work. And well, it got put off to the side. Here it is 5 years later. At the end of the year, I do my inventory of my paints and all that for tax purposes. And I came across this drawing and I put it on top of my stack of things to do, because after 5 years, it should have already gotten done. It was just misplaced. So this is my rendition of his drawing, his colored pencil drawing. So by no means is this something to judge me on my airbrushing skills. This is a cartoon of a color and pencil drawing of a friend's from back in the mid-80s. Anyway, I hope you like it.